So if you're a ground worker and you're looking to understand what a good quality tender submission would look like for you to submit to a main contractor or developer in relation to waterproofing, from our perspective, there's two components. The first component is a design strategy proposal. Within here, and this is something we'll provide at tender stage for all ground workers to submit for their bids. In here, this outlines firstly an executive summary, so high-level overview of the site conditions, outlining ground gas risk if there is one, outlining the waterproofing requirements, and then a definite strategy on what the waterproofing will be for each zone. Key considerations that we want the ground workers to be aware of, that you can also be prompting to the main contractors or developers as you submit your bid. Some key elements around Building Safety Act compliance. It's really important you demonstrate you're reaching out to supply chain who is conversant in the Building Safety Act language and compliant, and making sure that there's going to be that ongoing support once the project goes live. So we include a host of pages here to make sure that everyone's well aware of what we do to ensure complete compliance. And then we've got project detail drawings. So every scheme at tender stage would always make sure there's a markup GA plan issued, clearly outlining the strategy, whether it's waterproofing or gas proofing, so you can see zone by zone what the waterproofing or gas proofing system will be. We won't necessarily issue project specific drawings at tender stage, but we would have a host of relevant technical details that are typically at a generic stage. But we'd issue all relevant generic details required to make sure you've got a really good, clear understanding of what the requirements are for a scheme. Then moving on, we'd have an outline for our design engagement proposal. This will be inclusive of our involvement at each level of the REBA stage. Typically, if you're a ground worker, we'll be getting involved at REBA stage 4 and 5 for you. So there's a number of pages around that. Making sure you've got samples of the system warranty. So we provide a 25-year system performance warranty for all of our systems, and outlining what the terms of that warranty looks like. And then we have a service level agreement. This is a really clear upfront piece from us as a manufacturer around all the deliverables to you as a ground worker throughout the course of a project. And then lastly, it's really important that we have relevant case studies so that you can give evidence that you're working with a manufacturer who's worked on similar scale and complexity of projects previously. And then the final piece is around company accreditation, so evidence of PI insurance to a relevant level, and making sure that there's a suitable number of suitably qualified personnel in the form of CSSW qualified designers within the team. So we'll include examples of all the certificates for the relevant region that we're working in. So that's component one. Component two is a clear and thorough technical submittal. So a technical submittal, making sure that we've got a clear overview of all technical data sheets and agreement certificates for the products that have been involved in the design. So as you can see here, primary systems being included at the front. So pre-applied membranes in this instance, liquid wide gas membranes, the full suite of ancillary products will be included in here, along with their third-party accreditation. So these two documents are really key, and that's what we'll provide for every scheme at a tender stage to a ground worker to submit to a main contractor to look as robust as possible in your tender bids.